Welcome back to nonsense, because that's how we do things here. We talk about real shit and ignorant shit all at the same time, man. We are the best and the brightest. I won't say the best and the brightest.
Fuck it. We the best and the brightest.
We the best and the brightest. We the baddest. So anyway, that Uvalde timeline. So we've made it up to the point of him making it into the school.
Yeah.
So at 11:33, he enters the school through the back door, shoots at least 100 rounds into two classrooms, 111 and 112. I'm mad that we got all of that information now, by the way.
What?
We know what classrooms got shot up specifically. So a lot of motherfuckers also thought that he was running around an entire school, because that's how they always make it seem. Like motherfuckers going from room to room off him motherfuckers. He specifically hit 2 rooms apparently. So I don't know if anybody figured it out, but he must have had beef with some of these motherfuckers.
Having beef with a child at 18 is fucking
I'm not saying
sick.
the child. I'm thinking the teachers or the principal or something like that. But I feel like he singled them classrooms out. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but I'm just saying. It just seems like he did it.
Bro, if Miss Valencia took your fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards when you was in elementary and you decided to shoot her, fuck you, nigga.
No.
Buy new Yu-Gi-Oh cards instead of buying 375 bullets. Go buy new Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
But
nigga,
question.
You fucking goofball.
What if, because it could have been back long enough, what if he had fucking the OG Exodia pieces?
I don't care. Exodia's not even good. Exodia ain't been good since OG.
I'm just saying, but niggas like the OG shit, man. It could be worth money. I don't know, nigga.
Exodia sucks as a deck. I hate to tell any of you anime loving niggas, make a good Exodia deck. Try. I'll send you $20 to put on your own Master Duel fucking account. Ooh. If you make an Exodia deck and don't get your ass bust 45 times out of 50, then you go. No, that's not a real challenge.
No. I'm paying for the challenge, then, nigga. $20 a nigga that can bust his ass with an Exodia based deck. I'd love to see it. Also, only for the simple fact that I'm an OG nigga.
And you can't hit my life points. You can't win. You gotta win by the Exodia shit. Don't make a beatdown deck, throw 5 cards and say, oh, I beat you with Exodia. No, nigga, that's Destiny Heroes and them shit's broken because of a fusion card. I know the fucking X-Destiny shit now. No, damn it. See, this is gonna be my rant. Go back to the timeline. Shit. God damn it.
I gotta have a button. I need a soundboard button. Ooh! He said my trigger words! This nigga lost his shit over Exodia. I apologize. I told you I'm an OG Yu-Gi-Oh fan, nigga.
Because what the fuck? None of this makes sense.
The shooting or the Exodia setup?
The shooting.
You almost got reheated. I apologize.
No, because I forgot. I misspoke. The shooting is annoying. It's just dumb.
Yes, no, it is.
How do you have fam?
I don't know. It was just a thought.
Grade? What does it say? What grade those 2 classes were? Or what grade the school went up to?
No, it says elementary. So
elementary, it at the maximum went up to 6th grade.
At least 6th grade.
You are 18.
You don't know what kind of beef
did you have that big with a teacher that transcended 6th grade is like 11?
What if, because we're talking about real shit, what if he was touch funny by one of the teachers? And because of all the fucking Me Too shit, he couldn't really come out and say nothing? Believe all victims, man. He might internalize that shit. It ate him up inside. He didn't have any outlet. Nobody really talked to the kid.
That's
a hell of a spin.
Throw that nigga a bone.
I'm not throwing him a bone. I'm just saying there's theories.
Proof. But both of them motherfuckers is dead, so it really ain't that. Ain't no way of proving that. But you could have caught that nigga on the playground, nigga. You could have caught him at. You know when schools get out. Could have caught that nigga at 2:35 or 3:30 if it was a high school. That nigga could have caught that motherfucker slipping. He was in the parking lot. Could have waited in the bitch car. If it's that personal.
But again, I'm not saying it was. I'm just throwing dumbass allegations out there. Yeah, because he shot kids too. So that's what I'm like. I know that's not it, but I'm just to me, my point being is there was something going on. The dude definitely had a mental instability. He definitely had something that triggered him that said, I need to shoot up a school. Yeah. and nobody knows why.
And grandma.
Like, how does he have beef with this many people? Like, what happened? That's all I'm asking is what happened. I feel like something had to have happened that he's pissed off to that extent.
Yeah.
And mind you, he's been pissed off for some time because he was talking about getting a gun the year before.
Yeah.
So there's some shit that was eternally fucking him up. You know what I mean? And he just couldn't wait because he was like, I'm getting my revenge as soon as I can get my revenge. That's the only reason why he bought 375 rounds. He was like, I want to make sure I don't run out. He was by any means necessary finna catch his whatever the fuck he was finna catch, you know?
I'm
not fucking...
For the audio... No, I wasn't saying. For the audio listeners, I am shaking my head in all of the disgust. I know that I know it's silence, but nigga, I am shaking so sullenly.
No, and again, it's nobody here, even though I might come up with 1,000 different reasons why I might have it, I'm not condoning what he did.
Also, we're not making light just because we're funny. I feel like I might need to say that.
Yeah, no, we're hilarious.
We're just funny. Like that's all it is.
No, nigga, that's all it is. We're just two hilarious motherfuckers. Like, don't fault me for my talents. And plus, I've said it many times. I'm a proponent of true comedy. It's tragedy plus time. I try to remove some of the time to get to the fucking happiness a little quicker. That's all it is. But it is what it is. So yeah. Either way, it's fucking. We're still at 11:33. We got an hour to go. Timeline. So, he goes to the two classrooms. Allegedly, teachers left the door propped open, but later said that the teacher closed the door and the automatic lock failed. I call bullshit because she propped the door open before she went out, and she probably left the door propped when she came back in, or didn't let it close all the way, type shit. So I don't want to sit here and say the doors fail to lock. Doors don't fail to lock. They just lock.
Like, how the fuck does... Now I'm finna look into the fucking building management of this shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Because I don't know if the niggas even had automatic locks. Because I go to schools here that don't have automatic locks.
They turn them off. A lot of schools are just... Because it's just a key mechanism.
I just went in one with a fucking latch key. Don't tell me.
Oh, no shit.
With a fucking lock.
No shit. I didn't know. Okay.
On door 1.
Yeah, but that's an extra door to go with the door automatic lock.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no.
I don't look. It's a lot of shit recently that I don't know how much slack I could give anybody.
True enough, I'm not.
I need building plans, my nigga. I need specifics so I can be vague.
No. I hate this. I hate that you're finna latch on this for the rest of your life. That is your new shit.
Be true.
So now we're at 11:35. Uvalde police enter school. Uvalde police officers rushed to the same door the gunman had used to enter, which was closed. They enter and receive grazed wounds from the gunman, and they retreat. Later, 4 more officers, including deputy with Uvalde County Sheriff Office, enter the school. So they finally make it up at 11:35. They show up to the door,
get fucking blasted clipped. On.
They get not even shot, they get clipped. And they're like, fuck this, we're out of here. So they leave. So they give up. So
another stupid ass detail that I kind of need.
What's that?
What the fuck did they roll in there with? Because if they rolled in there with anything less than 2 shotties, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I think standard for cops to those calls, most cops typically have a firearm on their hip, 1 shotgun, and 1 rifle.
Okay.
So they all had to have something of adequate sizing, if not bigger than what he had. Because again, I know enough about shotguns that I know the shotgun will go through just about anything and hit everything. So I don't think they probably went with the shotgun for the simple fact that it spreads and they might have hit a kid by accident.
Allegedly, they did that anyway.
Allegedly. We don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm just basing off the timeline.
Also, another random fact that don't mean shit to nobody but me. Did he attend this school?
I don't know.
I need to know that. Because if that motherfucker know building plans, I'm for real. If he know that, it's a vantage point that they can see. If I stand right here, they can't. I have the high ground on them.
You know what? I think he did go to that school because somebody mentioned, and a lot of people are talking about this factor. that a lot of the school shootings that are happening now are made by kids who grew up with school shooting drills. So a lot of people are like, we got to stop pre-training these motherfuckers. Because you're technically training these gunmen.
That is sick.
Yeah.
That is actually sick. I never thought of that like that.
Because you have to think about it. There's been more school shootings now with drills. Now that there's been drills, there's more shootings. Because now all the kids know what's going to happen.
Some fucking y'all are raising a generation of Dr. Evils. I ain't got kids. Y'all can't say shit to me.
Right.
These motherfuckers are taking the drill in the wrong direction. We had fire drills. It was so, hey, let me figure out how to not be crispy. Not, hey, let me figure out how to work around the dumbass shit that they gonna do so I can set a fire. That never crossed my mind at all.
Plus, I feel like all of our fire drills are dumb anyway, because every time they're like, oh, it's a fire, and then you line up to slowly walk out. Nigga, I'm dipping. Fuck y'all. Yeah. Like, this shit goofy as hell. Not finna line up in single file, walk out the fucking building. Nigga, every man for himself.
No, that's actually sick. These motherfuckers are saying, hey, I can use this to not get caught. That's fucked up. And that's coming from kids. A lot of kids are saying that this is fact. That the kids are looking at a lot of these school drills and saying, what if we're training the school shooter right now? That
mind blown. That's fucked up.
I never thought about that.
No, I thought about it.
I honestly didn't even give kids that much credit. Honestly.
Kids are not that dumb. We just mold them into dumbasses, sadly enough. We shift their minds into stupidity after a while. But yeah, no, that's a valid fact. That you are actively teaching these kids how to work around a school shooting. And it is what it is, man. Because it's again, I've been in a handful of school shooter drills. All you're doing, in all honesty, if there's no armed guard and the police are always 15 to 20 minutes away, all you're doing is just creating yourself as a sitting duck. Because the basis of the plan is go in a room and hide. So now I can go into a room and know I'm off in 20 to 30 kids. No problem. You're not going anywhere else. You're not hiding anywhere specific. We're going to shelter in place.
And if he's a former student, he would know where they would choose to
shelter in place.
Fuck, yo.
This shit's fucked. That's why, and again, I know we're skipping around and kind of chopping up the timeline, but that's why I've always been a proponent of armed guards. And I'm not saying arm the teachers, but if a teacher's ready and willing, because mind you, the 2 teachers that died here died defending the students. They were willing to defend the students. All you had to do is just say, hey, if you want a gun, bring it. We'll teach you.
Or set up a special license specifically for teachers. So that way you get their own special set of tests. So you can make sure that they won't pop Johnny in the ass.
Exactly. They're already background checked anyway to have the job.
And the license.
So all you have to do now is just say, part of your training for, part of being a teacher is during the summer months when you ain't doing shit anyway, run to this class real quick. We'll do simulations every once in a while. If you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to.
If you want to do some dumb shit, hey, you got to pay this fee a month to carry your shit on campus.
I would let them do it for free. Not only would I let them do it for free, I'd pay them extra.
I don't know. Yeah, but that ain't how the fucking school systems are going to work.
No, they'll never do it. But so I'm fine. I think teachers talking about they ain't getting paid enough. I know for a fact. I personally know multiple teachers that have CCLs. They're licensed concealed carry. All they have to do is just say, oh, you have one and you have your own shit? You can bring it. Just make sure it's either on you or locked in your desk. That's it. And my proponent is and this goes for any lawful gun owner, if your gun comes up missing because you didn't secure it properly, that's on you. Yeah. Once we trace that motherfucker and find out it was your gun that shot the motherfucker, you're either taking a fine or some minor jail time. Yeah. I'm not blaming you for the shooting. I'm blaming you for not locking up your shit properly.
Yeah.
The last month, skipping to another scenario, there was a kid here in the city that got shot recently because the kid took her mom's gun. And the mom was like, well, I hid it under the bed. Bitch, that ain't good enough. And you know really good and damn well that's not good enough.
It's really not.
And mind you, everybody's like, well, that's what gun owners do. I can't tell you one gun owner that doesn't have a safe, a lockbox, a quick access lockbox, 4 different places to lock up one fucking pistol.
My daddy got all them shits.
So a lawful gun owner will lock their shit away hardcore.
My stepdad is a former CPD, and I helped him move his cabinet in his room. The fuck?
So a lawful gun owner will never just throw their shit under the bed. That's some unlawful gun owning shit.
Yeah.
Or just some negligent gun owner shit. So absolutely not good enough. 100% not good enough. So just saying, allow the teachers to carry, but personally, I'm just fine with an armed guard at the door. Maybe an armed guard on another floor.
Yeah.
So you got one at the door,
minimum.
One on another floor. That's the fuck all you need. I'm not saying a full platoon of armed niggas at the school. Just one dude. He ain't got to make a big deal about it. I'm not expecting this nigga to be in full riot gear, but just a nigga with a pistol on the side that knows how the fuck to use it.
Yeah.
That's more than enough to stop a motherfucker. It only takes one dude 90% of the time. That's all it takes. But that's neither here nor there. Fuck, I know this is taking forever. I will do my best to make this palatable. I might end up having to chop this up in half because we ain't even halfway through the shooting. So 11:37. Fuck. Gunman fires 16 more rounds. Once he makes it into the building, firing shots at the kids. So I'm assuming those 16 shots are probably the ones that are hitting the kids at that point. I'm assuming. 11:43. Robb Elementary and Uvalde police post on Facebook because that's super necessary at this point. This elementary school post announces on Facebook it is under a lockdown status due to gunshots in the area. Niggas already inside.
Love and light to the coroner and autopsy team that had to go in there.
True.
That of course won't get talked about on the news.
No.
But if you're watching this, love and light to you. Thank you for doing your job, and I'm sorry you had to see that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a rough because mind you, those guys and then the cleanup crew that has to come in after. Because I didn't know those are 2 separate crews.
Yeah.
And somebody has to go in there and
bag them, and tag them, and then
another crew that comes in has got to come in and mops,
yeah,
power wash. Like that's a rough job. That's a real rough job to have. And shout out to you for doing the job. Yeah. I'm sure they all see terrible shit and then go in a situation like that must be fucking horrible.
And probably underpaid.
No, they're paid very well.
Oh, that's good.
So don't worry about it. I know there's this one black lady that charges like $10,000 a job.
Get your shit.
All right. So, and there's a lot of people like that's kind of overpriced. So there's other motherfuckers that are charging a good amount, but
not for
$10,000.
Not for if that shit is fucking spick and span cleaner than before you walked in this
Most
bitch.
of the time, no, they do. They hit them bitches real
saw
hard.
John Wick.
Yeah, motherfuckers are real good. Damn, it's a hell of a tangent. Look, man, we got to find some light in all of this dark shit. This is real fucked up shit, and the timeline ain't making it any better. But I feel like people need to know the timeline before they pass a lot of judgment on a lot of shit. All right, so Facebook, the school posted Facebook that they're under lockdown status due to gunshots. I mean, the motherfuckers inside, so you're kind of late. Mm-hmm. The student and staff are safe in the building. Not really. The building is secure in a lockdown status. School officials say in an announcement. So that was their post. At the same time, Uvalde Police Department posts on Facebook. I'm glad the police department's got a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Large police presence at Robb Elementary. We ask the public to avoid the area. Very helpful shit right there. Maybe if you did your jobs. So 11:44. Police officers are inside. So let me make sure I just got this right. Gunman enters the school at 11:33 and 11:44. So a solid 11 minutes later before they making a second attempt to go back into the building after getting grazed a few times. Mm-hmm. With the city of Uvalde and the local school district are inside the school. They hear gunfire and are shot at and move back to get covered. Initially, officers are there, receive gunfire, therefore do not make entry. Not good enough. Officers call everyone in the area for additional resources, tactical teams, equipment, special equipment, body armor, precision riflemen, negotiators. They are evacuating the school, students, and teachers during this time.
Was this motherfucker a prodigy?
What do you mean?
Was this motherfucker Wick Jr.? How are you 18, new gun owner, nice enough to fend off 2 2 squads of policemen. If y'all want to blame video games, maybe you need to buy them niggas a PlayStation, and maybe a fucking not 2K, a fucking COD sponsorship of the policemen will get you niggas
get a little bit
better kill one nigga.
One motherfucker. And mind you, a lot of people are like, well, maybe he had better guns than the police officer. He had an AR-15.
That's sad too.
No, he had an AR-15. It's lower quality than the police officers. It's always lower quality than the police officers. And mind you, because I now know enough about firearms, it's just my base knowledge. If he has an AR-15, I'm tired of this term because motherfuckers are getting scared by this term. It's a semi-automatic. Semi-automatic means that you pull the trigger once, it goes off once. You have to let the trigger go to pull the trigger again. That is all firearms. All firearms are semi-automatic. It's not some big scary term that just means that's what the gun is. There's the only thing that's different is a revolver. Because you pull the trigger, the hammer goes back, and then comes back. Mm-hmm. Still technically semi-automatic. Maybe your lever actions are not considered... Either way, it's the same concept. You pull the trigger, the gun goes off, and then you have to let it go to do it again.
Yeah.
So that means this motherfucker's sitting back, pulling the trigger fast enough to deter 3 to 4 motherfuckers with a rifle. What it sounds like to me is you're in the wrong field, Mr. Policeman.
Yeah.
If you get shot at and you're like, fuck boys. That, I'm out of here.
You ain't your boys.
Right. Like, y'all niggas 1/5 of this shit. I get maybe calling for backup, but if, again, there was multiple calls made, you knew this nigga was armed. Come with shit that you need.
Hey, since the fucking locks are malfunctioning, get a sniper and pick this nigga from the fucking...
They didn't have time to call it. They called him. That's when they finally called a rifleman. It was like, all right, we finna call for backup, SWAT, and all of that shit. But here's the tidbit of information. I'm gonna think this is
SWAT for one nigga in a school is sick.
Yeah. So
okay.
Here's the thing, and this is what pisses me off about all of this, because I think this is the perfect time to mention it. The Uvalde Police Department had just undergone a training scenario for school shooting, and they had, I think it was 2 weeks before, they failed because they were too afraid to go in. It's literally the handbook on handling school shootings says, do not wait for backup. Do not call for backup. They're 9 times out of 10 acting alone, and they are there to off children. You are to act immediately by no means, no circumstances. I know this is like the new big thing is the police aren't technically required to lay down their lives for you. But in the same sense, you took a job to protect and serve. It's in the title. It's on your badge. So even if legally I don't have to die for you, it's children. And I don't want to hear that shit. If there's any time to break some rules, that's the time to break some motherfucking rules. You are going to do whatever it takes to save children.
Y'all want to stop the big A word and y'all want to protect the future, but that was not protecting the future.
So, and again, I'm still on the proponent side of I'm not blaming all cops, but definitely these cops get all the flack in the world from me. Because you backed off. This is the second time you have now backed off from this situation. It's one guy
with 3 guns that he can't all shoot or reload at the same time.
I don't know if this nigga was out here legit fucking John Wick in it or something, or he was fucking motherfucking win a Kimbo. He had the Kimbo perk or some shit. I don't know. Fucking thought he was Rambo. Fuck. But let's be realistic. He only had 30 rounds in each one of them clips. Magazines before my gun folks get mad at me. They're magazines, not clips. Because them niggas be on my ass every time I say some shit like that. But yeah, he can't reload both magazines at the same time. It's easy to reload. I get that. But he had multiple rifles and he ain't shooting them both at once. I'm just going to go on the lines of that. I don't even know if he brought both.
I was going to say, how the fuck you even carry both?
I honestly don't think he carried both. I think he only had the one in a pistol, but I think he owned all 3 weapons.
Okay.
But again, that's just me speculating because, again, if he's carrying all of that shit, for what?
At 18.
It's a terrible gunman because you only need 1 rifle. You need, again, I'm going Call of Duty rules. You only need 1 rifle and 1 sidearm. Switching to your sidearm is faster than reloading. That's all. Your fucking face. I learned that from my boy fucking Captain Price. That's all I'm saying. Knife the watermelon. I don't think there was watermelons then. I don't know if he had a knife. So, it is what it is. But either way, this is just too much flack going on right now. So I got to continue this timeline because we are just eating up all the time in the world. All right, so 11:51, more police arrive. The more law enforcement officials arrive at the scene. So again, they've been there for what? He got there at 11:30.
I think Fluffy could have caught this nigga in 5 minutes flat.
Oh hell yeah! Shout out to Nomad. I know you watching, man. You could have probably easily caught this motherfucker. But how the story ends definitely
with
proves
the
that
vid. He could have got that nigga with the vid in his body and still made it home in time for dinner.
Oh hell yeah! Immediately. All right, so police arrive. 11:54. Onlooker starts filming. So now we have more film, which I'm just gonna post the whole timeline. You can go through the whole timeline and watch the film yourself. But 22 minutes after the shooter enters the school, an onlooker, I'm not gonna say her name just because it's in there. If you want to look into it, it's on you. But I'm not giving anybody any more fucking credit for what happened here. This is all stupid. Yeah. Streams live video showing parents begging police to enter the school because they haven't really gone there and done shit yet. So now we're at 12:03. This nigga's still in the school, mind you. Police continue to arrive, and student calls 911 from inside. So a student from 112, who's one of the rooms that they're shooting at, or the guy's in, because just found this out too. The rooms were connected, so they're like our OG preschool rooms, where those both schools and both classrooms, and it was just separated.
A door, yeah.
So that's all. So I'm assuming he was in both rooms, going back and forth type shit. So a student calls from 112 for 1 minute and 23 seconds. Identifies herself in a whisper. Meanwhile, as many as 19 officers are positioned in the school's hallway. So here's where you think the fucking finale comes in. Student calls back at 11:10. Says that there's multiple people dead. Student calls again at 11:13. Same student, mind you. Calls the third time. Authorities have not expanded on her comments during this call. So she said some shit that's probably starting to make them look bad. So they won't disclose this information. God damn. 12:15. Border Patrol Tactical Unit arrives. Border Patrol Tactical Unit member carrying shields arrive. So now they got riot shields because that's going to do a whole lot. 12:16. Student calls once again saying 8 or 9 students are left alive now. So he's running through these kids at this point. 12:17. School announces active shooter on campus. You niggas are late as fuck. Finally announces at 12:17 on Facebook. Thank you. That there's an active shooter on campus. Onlookers and parents start begging for action. At some point during the standoff, onlookers beg police to charge the school. According to Associated Press, parents try to break windows and are not allowed to immediately reunite with their children. So the parents at this point are now trying to break into the school. Yeah. And the cops at that point were now arresting parents.
Yes, you told me that.
Which is fucking ridiculous. They have not made it into the building and taken care of an active shooter. But there are
19 niggas in the school. In the hallway.
But they're arresting parents. So 11:19. Once again, a student from 111 calls.
I'm gonna go home and watch Powerpuff Girls or some shit. Oh my god!
One phone call. Where they at? And they start throwing hands.
Yeah, no, I need some happy.
So 111 student calls 911, or 12:19 a student from 111 calls 911. Hangs up when another student tells her to. I'm assuming that the shooter was nearby. Yeah. At 12:21. Mind you, he got in the school at 11:30.
Yes.
12:21, gunman fires again. Authorities were saying believe that to be at the classroom's door because the police are outside the door. On a 911 call from the student, 3 gunshots can be heard.
Okay, so here is where I really got pissed off. Fam, if all these shots and you have police phone evidence, hey, he's gotten through the majority of us. What the fuck do you wait for then? There's no one to save, Goku. Everyone's dead. Just go.
Yeah, at that point, they can just go for broke.
At least Goku was able to save Gohan and Krillin.
And again, but my thing is, you have the kids on the phone half of the time. So direct the children, like, hey, we're gonna do this.
If he's in 112, if they're calling from 112, he probably in 111. Maybe bust in 112 and cut that nigga off. Look, I ain't go to the police academy, but damn, them niggas in Police Academy, the movie was dumb.
Probably could have managed this shit a little easier. All my knowledge comes from his COD. And I flashbang my handful of doors, no problem, man. You hit the door, pound that bitch in, 2 bangs in. I'm not saying the world goes in slow motion, but goddamn it, you can make a move at that point. I'd rather my kids. No offense.
Guarantee you, an 18-year-old is gonna be fucked up off a flashbang.
But I'm just saying, I'd rather my small elementary school kids be hit with a flashbang than be hit with a bullet.
Yeah.
So flashbang the room, smoke the room, do fucking something.
Yeah.
Mind you, you can get flashbangs. You can buy them, bitches. They ain't hard to come by. So I feel like the cops should have some. Smoke grenades and some shit I feel like you should be able to come by. Hit the room. I'm not saying do a full breach, but goddamn, they got windows. Hit the window and chuck that bitch in that motherfucker real quick.
Yeah.
Try some shit.
Get creative.
Make mistakes. But doing nothing has done nothing.
Nothing. No, doing nothing has done a whole lot because his fucking kids dead.
True enough. So, now we're at 12:36. Student in 111 calls back again. Calls back for 21 seconds, is told to stay on the line quietly.
And I really am gonna be triggered if it's a policeman in the comment section. Hey, if you're a policeman and you're watching this and you're triggered, I hope that you are better at your job than these niggas.
I hope so. But I've only spoken to, not fully about this, but I've spoken to one cop. And a lot of cops are like, them niggas fucked up. Like, they shouldn't have been like this. They should have done more. So, you know how we always say cops should police the cops too? This might be a scenario where I would love to hear from more cops. If you're a cop and you're watching this, send me an email. I'll bring you on the podcast. We can just hash through this shit. I would love to have a cop on and just discuss this. I understand cops have a bad look right now, but I'm fine with discussing all of this shit as much as possible to just hash it out and be like, look, it ain't all of us. I would have did this. Because I feel like if you don't want to do or handle these scenarios, don't take the job. I'm not a construction worker because I don't want to do that shit. That's back-breaking work and I'm out.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take that job. I don't think I could be a great cop.
I feel like when you decide to go to the academy, you are prepared for a bullet in or around you.
That's all I'm saying.
Fucking traffic police get shot at.
A lot of them at that too. A shit ton of them.
I feel like you know what you... A pacifist don't go to the army unless he was just drafted.
Yeah. Although, no. A pacifist won't go to the army, but a pacifist will go to the Air Force. Knock on the Air Force. Fuck them niggas. Y'all know what y'all be doing.
Like, even if you go to the army and you get a computer job, you still in danger of missiles.
Right. You know there's at some point some chance of you dying. Yeah. There is an internal fear of you dying, but that doesn't mean you don't do your job at the end of the day.
Yeah.
When the moment comes like, I got to do this shit because of my job, I'm being paid to do this thing, then you should be doing that. Again, I'm not saying run into every shootout, but motherfucker, when it's one nigga and a bunch of kids, that's the moment I'm like, I'd rather die a hero.
One nigga fresh off puberty.
So I'd rather die a hero than live a coward. That's some shit you should remember. I don't know if that's from something.
Maybe, I don't even know. Maybe they didn't want to kill the nigga, but
nah,
he ended up killing himself. So what the fuck does that?
I think at that point, you offing that nigga. There should be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, if he's shooting that many shots, you kill that nigga immediately. So where we at? 12:43. Gunman shoots at the door.
Yeah.
Student tells 911 that the gunman shot at the door. 11:46. I can hear the police. Student on the call.
12:46.
Or 12:46. I'm sorry. 12:47. Please send police now. Begging for help at this point.
They can probably see the nigga got to reload. Shit. That motherfucker's losing precious seconds.
And at this point, I think he's running through a good chunk of his ammo. He only had 370 shots, and it sounded like he wasted. Remember, he wasted 100 of them outside walking in. So
he wasted like
a chunk of that shit making it into the
90
building.
In the parking lot.
So nigga is low on ammo. Is all I'm saying. So now this is where I get pissed off. 12:50, border patrolman kills gunman. Shots are heard on the student's call. Border Patrol Tactical Unit officer breaches room using the janitor's key and kills the gunman. So here's why this part.
I thought he killed himself.
No, so he was killed. So here's why I get pissed off. So their initial report was that the door was barricaded.
That the Border Patrol nigga was the one that got the kill, and he wasn't even
supposed to be there. Mind you, he wasn't supposed to be there, and to my knowledge, he was actually off duty.
Damn.
So he wasn't even supposed to be there. Border Patrolman was off duty, went to his boy's barbershop to grab a gun so he can go there and handle the situation. Second reason I'm pissed off, the fuck Border Patrol got to do with this? Except for maybe the kid was Hispanic. Mind you, they don't talk about that part a lot.
I don't even know geographically where Uvalde is in the grand scheme of Texas.
But I know Texas has like the biggest border issue right now. Because the Mexicans are literally just running across the border like by the thousands.
Lit. But if the niggas is in Central Texas, let me just
them niggas ran. If they made it from border Texas all the way the fuck up to Central Texas, I might be a little salty too. And now I'm really finna be pissed off. I think.
What the fuck? Okay.
Far enough, but
far enough.
Okay.
The dark green line is the border. Far enough.
That's far enough.
This shit is down there by San Antonio.
This is right. So this nigga had, unless he lived there, I mean, that means that nigga has a hell of a commute. And if I'm on my day off, I definitely don't want to be dealing with this shit. For one. But two, if he had to come from the border to come up to handle this shit, y'all niggas is pathetic. So, fuck that. So check this out. So not only that, but my biggest issue was the fact that the police reported that the door was barricaded. And that's why they couldn't get into the classroom. These niggas waited on a key.
Also, I've never seen a classroom in any school that didn't have the wooden door with the big fuck off window in the middle.
True enough. It's a thick window, but I'm pretty sure you can break that bitch, is all I'm saying. Matter of fact, I know you can break it. Because I went to high school and I watched motherfuckers get his ham slammed against that window and broke it. So it's possible. It's very possible. So, and they're on the first floor. So either way, fuck the door, go through the window.
Yeah.
School windows are fucking huge.
And easily breakable.
I'm just saying, nigga. Flashbang through the door, flashbang through the window, and busting that bitch.
Or one of the windows, the parents already broke.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. The parents already made it in that bitch. So, it can be done. And it seems like a lot of scenarios where you could have handled the situation. And you some pussy ass niggas. So it took that long for him to be gunned down by not the police.
Yes.
By not the police.
Word.
Had to call Border Patrol while the nigga was on his day off. Man, that's not the call I'm trying to get. I don't give a fuck what job you got. I'm already mad you calling me on my day off to do something. And, like, nigga, you telling me the cops is there and y'all can't handle this shit?
I'm going to assume Border Patrol gotta live close to the border. Only we chose to take a stupid ass commute.
True enough, true enough.
So I think that he would have to live close, but also Bob read the part where they say don't wait or call for backup.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it says that's part of the process. Don't wait, don't call. These niggas already fucked up by calling. You were supposed to go in and handle the situation. If the door is locked, they said it was barricaded. If the door was locked, nigga, the motherfucker went in with a key. Where's the janitor? Grab the key. Fuck the key, just kick the door down. Y'all should have shit to handle all of this shit, is all I'm saying.
Also, it's a school. If they're barricaded, it's desks.
Them bitches is not that heavy. Unless it was a science lab.
Yep.
Unless it was a science lab. Them desks be heavy as fuck, man.
Yeah, but I doubt it.
I doubt it very seriously. But yeah, no, there was multiple ways that they can get in. And like I said, like we both said, the window was an option. Because the parents did it.
Yes.
So, the reason why I wanted to talk about this because I do.
These niggas got more physical with
the parents.
The parents
pepper sprayed like 3 parents, tackled one to the ground and arrested. A couple were detained. Like, they got hands on with the parents, didn't do shit with the shooter. And that's my whole problem with all of this. Is the biggest fact that I think everybody's overlooking is they're talking about ban the guns, defund the police, all of this extra shit. Where there were parents willing to lay their lives down for their kids, who were probably unarmed. There's teachers who are willing to lay down their lives for these kids, who are unarmed. He never met security. There was no school security. And guaranteed, anybody who worked in security, there's off-duty, there's like ex-Marines and Army men that are like, yeah, I would have loved to have been there to help handle the situation. There's a lot of scenarios where my point being is, guns could have helped if they were in the right hands.
Yeah.
In this scenario, it wasn't just a shooter that was wrong, but it was the police.
Yeah. Guns was in the wrong hands of them niggas too.
That's all I'm saying. At that point, I feel like I would have kindly asked the cop, hand me the gun. Just let me do it. You're not going. You can still stay out here and set up the perimeter. I'm going to go in here with your pistol and I'm going to see if I can have a shot at this nigga is all I'm saying. A shot. Maybe I can be the deterrent to keep his eyes on focus on me. Run decoys so your boys can do something, but let me do something to help these kids. There are people. I'm not saying I'm one of them. And I'm not saying that the police don't have a tough job, but there were multiple people willing to lay down their lives for this situation. It's not police, it's people at the end of the day. That kid had something wrong with him. Those police have something wrong with them. The heroics lied in the parents that did something and these border patrolmen that did something.
Yeah, them niggas got heart. Where's the baby boy? They got heart.
They got heart, nigga. And that's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, as much as I understand why people, I understand the sentiment of people wanting to bang guns and get guns out of people's hands. But every time they do gun control shit, all you're doing is taking guns away from people who can lawfully carry them.
Yeah. The motherfuckers that was gonna steal them regardless.
Exactly.
They got 100 shows saying, oh, yeah, the guns for the police come in through the shipyards. Them niggas watch TV. Them niggas go to the shipyards.
And steal them, bitches.
Steal the guns for the police.
So like, motherfuckers are gonna do what they fucking want to do. And again, my point being is because a lot of people are like, well, how did the gunman get a gun? For one, he got it legally. So
not the handgun.
Well, not the handgun, but the rifles he got legally. He went through a background check, so proposing more background checks
maybe make it a little difficult. Maybe add a psyche valve to that bitch.
I can understand
that a little more difficult.
But the thing is the only way they can do that is by enforcing the laws that are on the books. There is a red flag law. Nobody enforced it.
Yeah. The
niggas on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Y'all niggas will ban my shit, but you won't catch this nigga.
See something, say something. Fucking it's fucking pals.
That's true. It's a lot.
The neighbors that saw him kill cats.
Maybe that might have been the moment I'd have said something or something. Like, this nigga's out here offing cats, put them in a plastic bag and throwing it up on Instagram.
Like it's the fucking money phone.
That's all the moments where I feel like that's where you should handle some shit. And you didn't. I feel like in that moment, stupidly saying, maybe it's naive of me, but if maybe not grandma was strapped, but maybe if, them 2 niggas from the funeral home had a gun on them and they seen it and they're like, yo, that's fucked up. He just shot at us. I'm going to grab mine and at least hold down the fort type shit. And if this nigga comes my way, I got him. Yeah. If one security guard was at the school, probably would have handled the situation. Or at least fired back. You know what I mean? Maybe bought the cops some time to catch him outside the school type shit. Again, I'm not saying that one person would have stopped him, but the deterrent is what I want. I want the deterrent ahead of time.
Or, hey, stop spending money on laptops and desktops and Chromebooks and make sure the fucking locks function.
That's all I'm asking. If you
building managers, what the fuck?
If you're gonna blame the locks, then fix them bitches.
Yes.
But yeah, no, there's a handful of deterrents that I feel like that could have helped. And the reason why I keep coming back to the whole gun debate thing is because of the Buffalo shooting, and that's the one that pisses me off the most. Because motherfuckers are harping on the fact that he might have watched Tucker Carlson on Fox News and all of this other shit. Like, yeah, he's a white supremacist. I'm not defending that he's a white supremacist. The nigga's fucked up in the head. But you know the one part that y'all keep overlooking? He picked that spot, that grocery store, because it was a gun-free zone in an area where gun laws are strict. And he said in his own words, there is a less likely chance for anyone to be armed that will shoot back at me. No one should have a weapon to shoot back at me, so I have a better chance to cause the most havoc and damage here.
Which is smart, yet the most pussy thing I've ever heard any criminal say. Like, yeah, it's an intelligent, natural movement.
Yeah.
But damn you, pussy. If you are specifically going there because you know it ain't gonna be no smoke.
Yeah.
That's pussy.
That's some pussy shit. But let's be realistic. Don't you feel like most criminals are on some pussy shit?
Yeah.
So,
but also maybe don't make it so easy for them to know. Like that's like the fucking drill shit. Yeah. Maybe don't make it so easy.
That's all. And that's why I'm always like on the whole bit of the gun control shit.
Hey, fine. Have it a gun-free zone. Have it a gun-free zone. It's a grocery store. Great. You are smoking dick if you think I'm not the owner of that grocery store and gonna hire an armed security. Because niggas steal in grocery stores.
Mind you, and most of the people at that grocery store that survived said the only reason they were able to survive because there was one security guard with a gun. They said we were walking in when the guy was walking in, and he was met with a security guard. And when we seen the security guard come out, that's when we knew something was wrong, and we ran away. And that's what saved them. Most of the people at that store was like, if I had a gun, I might have shot back. A lot of people at that, you don't see it on the news, but a lot of motherfuckers there were like, yeah, I feel like they should lax the gun law so we can protect ourselves in these scenarios. A lot of people only want guns to protect themselves or protect their house.
I might get shot, but in this situation, I'm probably gonna get fucking shot regardless.
You gonna get shot regardless.
I might as well.
Let me get some shit so I can bust back. Because you know what's gonna happen? If the gunman's coming for you and I shoot back, guess what that nigga's finna do? He's finna get shot or move the fuck out the way. He ain't coming for me no goddamn more. He going to the next nigga without a gun. So, and I know this is on TikTok a lot, but it's very accurate. The most accurate shit I've ever heard in my life. And it's just a small short story. If a man walks into a bank with a gun and says, everybody on the ground, what happens next? Everybody gets on the ground. Nobody wants to get shot. But if that same man walks into a bank with a gun and says, everybody on the ground, and all of those people have a gun, and they say, no, you get on the ground. That's just obvious statistics.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying everybody should be armed, but goddamn it, you just want the thought to run through the nigga's head that if I walk in a scenario, that nigga's already willing to commit a crime. Mind you, everything that these people do are breaking the law.
Yes.
Weirdly enough, they have broke the law many times before, so they aren't afraid to break the law.
Right.
So I would at least like the opportunity for that motherfucker to go, yeah, I'm breaking the law and I might go to jail, but I might also die in a scenario. Is it worth dying for this shit?
And there's some people that's still gonna say yes.
So guess what?
Or I'm dying regardless because I'm not going to jail. So
let me handle that nigga before you get here is what I'm saying.
Just maybe.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm the greatest gunman.
Possibly.
But I'm saying if it's me, you, and 30 other niggas with a gun, and we all like, let's get this nigga together. We might not have a full tactical plan, but we all aiming at this one motherfucker.
Or some people gonna make a sacrifice for the next nigga to bust his ass.
Because again, I'm not saying that this is how shit works, but
it ain't gonna be foolproof.
But you know why I feel like this is true? Because look at the biggest proponent of that working. 9/11. 2 planes went down because them niggas said, fuck it, we finna die. 1 plane went down, but they said, you ain't taking nobody else with us. And they bust his ass. And another story, and this is some nigga shit that's close to my heart. All the 9/11 happened on, if I'm not mistaken, United and American Airlines. Some shit happened a little bit after that, where another nigga tried to take over a plane. Guess what flight he fucked up and took? That nigga took a Southwest flight.
My boy!
And that flight was going from New York to Compton.
Oh, shit.
Them niggas saved up a lot of money for that flight. You finna take over what, my nigga? They stomped his ass to death. when I'm like, that's what we're talking about. It's not fuck the good guy with the gun scenario or fuck having cops and all of that shit. If we as people get together every once in a while, we will fuck an evil nigga up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying is give us the fighting chance to do so.
Look, if Zordon taught you niggas nothing, it is power in numbers.
True enough, man. Because them Power Rangers forever jumped a nigga.
Ain't no fair fight, bitch.
It was never a one-on-one.
What the fuck?
5 niggas united together to stop a mud hole in your bitch.
Shit.
That's all it was. That is a life lesson that we were all taught.
When they did decide to do some one-on-one shit, he wouldn't tell the other Rangers. They gonna stop me. I know this shit dumb. They gonna stop me. Let me just go when they
Let me just go try.
Let me just go when they
Because not only will they try and stop you, but if you go anyway and they know about it, oh, we finna jump his ass in together.
Yeah.
Power in numbers. So that's all I'm saying. God damn, that's some life lesson shit that should just be taught. 3 stories and a Power Ranger reference. Ban my Second Amendment to see what happened, man. That's some bullshit. And mind you, my always thought is y'all don't like motherfuckers with guns, but who's finna come take the niggas' guns? Niggas with guns.
Yeah.
You might want to be careful about that shit you say. Oh, another minor tangent, because I always have to tell this too. Because I love learning shit, especially about the shit that we have in place. The biggest argument that I consistently hear about the Second Amendment is, well, back then, they only had muskets. So maybe they were only talking about you had the right to muskets. So first of all, that's a big-ass fallacy. They actually had pretty intelligent firearms back then.
Wasn't they on flintlocks?
No.
Weren't they past flintlocks?
They were well past flintlocks. So muskets were just cheap, but they had revolvers and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, they had some pretty sophisticated shit.
John Wayne had some shit on them.
God damn it.
He did.
But they were just few and far between because they were expensive. So everybody had at least a musket. Just kind of like everybody can get an AR-15, but we can't get SCARs and M16s and Gatling guns. I mean, if you got the money, yeah. But they're just few and far to come between. Everybody can afford. Mind you, again, a rifle built is like $700. A rifle purchase is maybe $1,200. You can get shotguns for $2. Like, guns aren't that expensive. So we have the right to get shit that's pretty decent. And the biggest thing is they were like, well, they only had rights to muskets. Also a fallacy. Because a captain of a ship wrote to the president, if I'm not mistaken, was Thomas somebody, I forgot his name now. Jefferson, Edison, one of them niggas. He wrote that nigga and said, yo, there's a bunch of pirates out here fucking us over, and they keep stealing our ship. Can we get access to some cannons or something? And he literally, in the nicest way I could put it, wrote back to the motherfuckers like, yeah, who the fuck said you can't get cannons? Like, ain't nobody said
you ain't got them?
Right.
I sent him in the bill.
He was like, yeah, no, we can run you some cannons. Ain't nobody said you couldn't have cannons.
Oh, that's
Buy
crazy.
as many as you want. Like, yeah, load that shit up. The fuck? Ain't nobody said you can have a cannon. Everybody can get everything they fucking want.
Luffy was dropping dick off on them niggas. One Piece. Yo. God damn. Having to ask permission for cannons.
But that's the thing. They were asking permission because they didn't know. And the president at the time was like, yeah, nigga, get a cannon. You ain't got to ask me for shit. Go get you a cannon. So, technically, if we're going to go along those lines, if I can have an AR, apparently I can fucking have a cannon because the president at the time said I can have a cannon. So I'm going out and purchasing me a cannon immediately.
And what do they call Desert Eagles? Hand cannons.
Hand cannons.
There you go.
So sounds like I can at least get a hand cannon and put this motherfucking 50 cal through your motherfucking chest. If not, I gladly will go buy a handful of flintlocks, a musket, a blunderbuss, and a cannon. And wish a motherfucker would walk in my house. Nigga come to my house and all you hear is and I'm in the back with a snare drum. I will wholeheartedly give you a rude ass awakening if you think you're finna come in my crib. Like, this nigga got a cannon? Oh shit! It's too late now, nigga. I already lit this bitch. I will wheel that bitch to the front door like some motherfucking Bugs Bunny ass shit and set your ass straight to heaven.
The amount of dumb shit you would hit. The amount of dumb shit you would hit trying to get this fleeing ass nigga. But who the fuck ain't gonna flee from a cannon?
That's the point. That nigga will retreat.
Yo, I get a fake cannon. That motherfucker that just got a fucking tape recorder and it goes. That's the turn.
Fuck a nigga up. I'm not robbing that nigga. That nigga got cannons. Sitting here running here with this bullshit ass Uzi. This nigga's finna blow me, my boy, up in the next door. Fuck that. I'm not going in this house. I will
Mr.
gladly.
Bombastic over here. Fucking wildin'.
And you best believe I will play that track as I'm gonna send them bitches off. Mr. Bombastic. Shouting. Break into my shit if you want to. Tell me I can't have my Second Amendment right. Kiss my motherfucking ass. I'm fine with a musket. I will blow a nigga shit out with a musket. I don't give a fuck. Come out here like motherfucking Captain Jack Sparrow with a belt full of fucking flintlock pistols on my shit. Pow! Pow! Fuck all y'all niggas.
Fuck reload. Take too long to reload.
Hell yeah, nigga. I seen them bitches ain't expensive either. You can get a nice flintlock for $200.
I think they had a flintlock when we went in the gun store.
You can get them bitches. They ain't hard to come by. Finding them working might be difficult, but if a nigga from 1800 can fix his up, I think I could get mine to work. Is all I'm saying.
But your blunderbuss jamming is gonna be sucky.
You don't have to have aim. That's the greatness of a blunderbuss. It just hits shit in this direction. All you have to do is be behind it. That's why I like shotguns. Shotguns got a good spread. 90 degrees. Whap! It's fucking up all of that shit. I ain't gotta aim. Aim for what? You in front of me. All I gotta do is make sure this motherfucker's genuinely going this way. Fuck out of my face, nigga. You done. And if you seen them new fucking rounds.
Also, shotguns, you can get fancy because Kill Bill had fucking rock salt shells.
I was just gonna say they have glass shells. So actually like glass in the shell. So you just blow that bitch up and have glass shattering your shit. You are dead as hell. Fuck a bird shot, buckshot, nigga. I'm finna do slug. Fucking hit me one of them dragon rounds, the fucking explosive flaming ones. You can get them bitches. Couple of glass rounds. I'm finna fuck a nigga's day up for real. So mind you,
would you judge me if I bought a sawed off?
You can't have a sawed off.
What?
Sawed offs are very illegal.
Damn it.
So they have to be barrel. They have to be certain barrel lengths. So only long guns.
Ain't nobody say shit to Dean Winchester.
I'm not saying it's legal, but it's very illegal. You can't even have You can't even have shortened guns. So like your P90s and all that shit, those are considered short barrel. If I'm not mistaken, quote me. I know nomads out there. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, those are short barrel rifles, and you have to pay a tax stamp of an extra $2,000 to own, or $200 to own that.
Oh. Damn.
So anything that is shortened, if I'm not mistaken, I know Nomad will correct me in the comments. If it's under 14 inches, then it's considered a short barrel rifle, which just means you have to pay more, go through twice the amount of background checks and all of that shit. But you can own certain shit, but sawed-offs are completely illegal for the simple fact that you have modified the gun. You are not allowed to modify a gun to that level. So, funnily enough, as I watched this shit on TikTok, a motherfucker, because of the school shooting, destroyed his gun and did it improperly. That's actually very illegal. Because he threw it through, what do you call it? One of them big ass, like, tree shredders or whatever the fuck you call it. This is like, I'm gonna shred my gun. And he shredded it down the barrel. And he stopped so he can talk in the camera. And I was like, I know that for a fact. If you don't finish shredding that bitch, that is very illegal. Because that now turned into a short barrel rifle.
No, you can fucking shred a gun.
Yeah, man, it's metal. You can shred anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never thought about that.
Yeah, it might be kind of dangerous because there's, if I'm not mistaken, if it's gas blocked, it might pop. Yeah. And it could be a problem, but hey, man, to each his own. If that's how you want to do your shit, that's how you want to do your shit, man. Speaking of which, shout out to my boy Kyle Rittenhouse. I love you. And he actually destroyed his rifle as well. He had his rifle destroyed. He didn't want any parts of it.
I'm not shouting that nigga out.
Why not? Shit, that nigga off 3 pedophiles. I'm all for it, nigga. Fuck them niggas. 3 pedophiles in quick succession? Ain't never been done before. The nigga couldn't miss a pedophile in Milwaukee, apparently. So, to my Milwaukee listeners, because I forgot to, this is on the other episode that got fucked up. Shout out to my Milwaukee listeners, but if you're a pedophile, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, man. Yo, y'all missed a great content. He shot all y'all niggas in the different regions. He shouted all y'all. Man,
I'll still do it now because we at the end of the episode. Shout out to my niggas across the world listening to the podcast. Shout out to my Milwaukee niggas, my Wisconsin niggas in general. I know it's a handful of y'all niggas watching. Shout out to you niggas.
Shout out to the Ireland niggas.
Shout out to the Ireland niggas. The niggas in Italy. My niggas in fucking what is
Paris.
it? Paris. Paris as well. But no, the sand niggas. What's the sand niggas? India. Y'all know who y'all are. I don't think sand niggas is a bad term. This is nigga term for everybody. So shout out to my sand niggas, man. Y'all my G's. The niggas that listen to me at least. I don't know about all y'all.
I had a joke, but I can't.
Why not? You safe on my podcast.
Oh God, that shit was gonna be so funny too.
Well, yeah, shout out to my niggas in India. Shout out to I think it's one dude in Russia. Mm-hmm. My Vishki niggas. I like y'all too, man. Send me an Adidas suit. I know y'all got them.
And we don't blame y'all for the gas being high.
I don't blame them at all.
Citizens.
No, I don't blame any. I don't blame none of that for the gas prices. They were selling us gas. We just told them niggas no. It sounds like a little bit of a bias to me, but I mean, it is what it is. Fuck Ukraine, though. I ain't got no listeners in Ukraine, and I don't like y'all niggas any damn way. I don't give a fuck. I might be the only niggas that's against Ukraine, because my thing is, y'all had a problem with Russia. Why you dragging me into this shit? I ain't got shit to do with nothing.
They didn't drag us in it.
They keep
kind of volunteered.
No. What they keep saying is, we need y'all to help us. They keep telling us to send them guns. They said we don't need an exit plan. We tried to help them get the fuck out the way. And they're like, we don't want to get out, we want to fight. All right, nigga, you do that shit by yourself then. We was trying to do this peaceful shit and y'all wanted to fight. So don't drag me into your shit. Now they like, well, we need to be a part of the United Nations so y'all can help us. No, nigga. You fight your own fucking battles. Y'all was doing decent in the beginning. We sent you a few rifles and some guns and some anti-air shit.
You had me in the first, I ain't gonna lie.
All right. Hey, look, man, I'll fund you to defend yourself. But as soon as you ask me to come over there and help, nah, nigga, I'm cool. Fight your own damn battles. Fuck out of here. This nigga wants to start World War III by having us help him fight Russia. I ain't got beef with Russia. Russia's cool to me. They doing their own shit by themselves over there. They ain't fucking with me. Y'all stay the fuck over there. We staying the fuck over here, man.
They gave us vodka.
I fucks with the vodka. Vodka's delicious.
Shout
out to my nigga Rob for getting vodka first thing in the morning. That nigga bought vodka at 7 a.m. because we was late to work and he couldn't get in the building. He was like, fuck it, I'm going to give me a bottle because I'm tired. I'm like, I know these weekends are stressful. When you coming to work with 7 a.m. with a bottle, like, nigga, I'm sorry. You could have went home. You didn't have to work, nigga. Saturdays ain't mandatory. This nigga was dying, man. But shout out to my boy Rob, man. Nah, vodka's delicious. Who else I got to shout out? Shout out to my Florida niggas, my B-more niggas, man. Wipe me down, cause I'm. Shout out to my B-more niggas. I didn't shout them out the last time. I forgot. That was my fault. I looked it up the second time. Shout out to my B-more niggas, my Florida niggas, my Texas niggas, and that one motherfucking California leave. Do yourself a favor. Don't stay there. It's not worth it. But yeah, man. Shout out to my niggas across the world. If I missed you, you know who you are, and it is what it is. I got new access to a map that shows me where my listeners are listening from and listening at. So shout out to all you niggas, man. I appreciate everybody. I just buy some merch if you don't mind. Just a shirt. That's all I'm asking, man. Rock the merch. I'm telling you, regardless if it helps me, it's a really soft shirt. It's a really soft ass shirt. I understand the jerseys are a little more expensive, but them jerseys is nice as hell too, though. Them jerseys is very nice. I had two designs. I fucked up the second design. Neither here nor there. But buy some shit. It's all decent. Anyway, I think that's enough. We went through a timeline and a half. That shit was devastating.
Yeah.
Fuck them cops. Fuck specifically those cops. If you're a good cop, sound off in the comments. It's all good. But that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So follow Invincible wherever he is, because he is all over the place, as long with me. But definitely check out his streams. Niggas trying to make it big again. Because I will say that for sure. You have been big to a certain degree. But I think it's bigger than... Look, it's bigger than a lot of motherfuckers in this world. Motherfuckers is out here in the trenches struggling, and you made it there, you made it back. You took a day time off, and you came back. It's all good. but help him get back to where he was. And in the process, help me get back to help me get there at all. I'm trying to go to TwitchCon. I'm kind of iffy about going to San Diego now because y'all niggas in California tripping. I might
I just thought, like, what the fuck is the Uber's gonna be at this TwitchCon with the gas like this?
Oh yeah, because Uber now is and the city is fucked up.
Fuel surcharge.
Yeah, no. So I know they doing
2023.
Right, maybe 2023. When is Biden out of office? 24. Let the next nigga maybe fix some shit. I'll check y'all niggas when Biden done.
If we still got gas fucked up in 2023, I'm leaving. Okay.
Where the fuck you gonna go? Ain't nowhere else to go. Gas is fucked up all around
Canada.
the world.
I don't know, bro.
Shit, nigga, you take your chances, Canada, nigga. They don't like no niggas in Canada, mind you. You talking about racism in America?
I'm gonna go to Ireland. I don't know, bro.
I think Ireland, minus swamp ass. It's always moist in Ireland. I've learned that much. It's forever moist, and that's not the word I would like to describe an environment. But when it's moist out there, it is moist out there. It's just kind of rainy, but not really, but kind of hazy. Like it looks depressing. Always, Ireland looks like Seattle. That's the best way you can explain.
You know what's really fucked up? I almost got a job in Seattle a couple years ago.
No shit.
They cucked me because there was somebody who said that they had a hookup, but they ain't had a juice like that. But I was doing mad Seattle research for like 2 weeks.
So you got your hopes up.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in a weird sense, I guess you dodged a bullet. Seattle ain't that nice. It's nice to visit. But I seen the living situations. They like houses out there like $500,000 for a shack. Yeah. And they out there tripping. I'm good. Yeah, I don't fuck with the West Coast. I'm gonna visit the West Coast once. I gotta get it out of my system. But I think I belong here, East, maybe some spots in the South. But I'm a proponent of fuck most Southern states anyway. Not the people. The people are alright. But the shit that be going on there sometimes, niggas out in the bayous.
Yeah.
Bring yourself to the 22nd century, my nigga, is all I'm saying. Like, that level of racism ain't necessary. But either way, man, that was a weird tangent amongst in that outro. Follow Invincible. Check me out. Right, he's just talking about TwitchCon. I'm trying to get a little bit more popular on Twitch, so check me out on Twitch every once in a while. I'm not consistent yet, but I'm getting there.
Hit the bell on YouTube and on Twitch so you can get notified when people go live.
True enough,
when
man.
Videos drop.
That way you don't miss none of the good shit. So check me out there. Make sure you keep listening to the podcast every Tuesday and Thursday. And then every day else in the week is gameplay videos. I'm still going through Sonic. I think Sonic Adventure 2 should be coming up this week. So enjoy the Sonic Adventure 2. I couldn't find a clip that I wanted out of there, but I know it's in there somewhere. So it'll show up in one of the episodes. It was a great moment in Sonic history that I had. So enjoy. But yeah, follow me on all the shit. Keep listening. Buy some merch every once in a while. Get you one of these delicious looking cups. They the shit. And yeah, that's it. And don't forget, I'd rather feel like shit than be a piece of shit. And if you are offended, I'm guaranteeing you deserve to be offended, especially after this episode. Especially after that first half of the episode too. Fuck you niggas. I'm out. I'll catch you later. It's been fun. Peace.
Bye.